because I'm not saying that they'll break up, but if they break up now, you should come back to her.
Come back to her.
If we be fighting over who took pure water, or or who took my water in my bucket, because we are fighting because I did not let you know in the first place that I don't like people taking my pure water, or I don't like people taking my bucket of water, because it took
sharing something.
Yes, because it took a lot for me to fetch that water. Welcome to another episode of Let's Just It Only, everything's favorite place, and young people inclusive, where we have conversations on faith and things-related matters. And at the end of the day, you are encouraged to stand strong, stand out, to shine as light, and be a positive influence in your community. I'm your host and your just partner once again, Oluwaseun Olusegun. And on today's episode, I have a guest. She's Christianah Adeshokon. She's a nursing student in her third year. She's a crochet enthusiast and she hopes to become an expert in that. She's also into video editing. She loves to edit videos and she's hoping to build her social media brand on influencing and content creating. So let's dive in. Now, for coming to Let's Just It Only, I'm glad to have you here as my just partner for today.
Thank you so much for inviting me to
You're welcome. We're glad.
I'm so honored to be here.
Thank you. So yes, I'm going to ask about your journey as a nursing student. So you're in your third year as a nursing student, and then you said you love to crochet. So why exactly crocheting? Why not something else? Why do you love to crochet?
Okay, firstly, the crochet habit thing came when I was little. Like I saw people doing it and I developed this interest in it. Then I started with all this small knitting pin and all this thread. So then I stopped.
Okay.
Then on the long run, I developed so much interest. Like when I see people like wearing it, I saw like okay, it's an art like
Yeah, it is.
that we like made with our hands. So I became more interested in it. But like I said, I'm still learning. Although I've not had like time to sit
But it
and
takes
train
like
myself.
a lot of time to
Yeah, it takes time, exactly. Me, I find it as like something to like a recreational thing, like something to do at my leisure time to ease myself, just to like rest to get.
Yes.
So like anytime I feel tired, I can just take the thread, the pin, and just like do something. Although I'm still learning. So
I actually love to crochet too, but like maybe in my leisure time, like really, really leisure time. Because I feel like it takes a lot of work
it takes time.
to do crochet. And do you feel like you're going to end up being like a crochet arts person, maybe making for people and earning money?
I'll be glad to be like I'm open to, and I'm still working towards that.
Okay, nice. So now you are a nursing student in your third year. Why nursing? Why not something else? Yeah.
Yeah. One is fashion.
Okay.
Although people say, oh, it's not about fashion again, it's about money.
Yes,
money is involved too. But it's all fashion. Like when I was little, I had myself, like I had a conviction, I had a dream, like when I was very, very, way, way little, and I dreamed. So then since then I've been like, oh no, it's either nursing or nursing. Even though I was convinced along the line, my parents were like, no, study medicine. I was like, no, I'm not studying medicine. So along the line, the whole journey, then I got to realize that this is actually God's plan. Because every other courses I was offered before I finally like gain admission to nursing, I find myself either leaving the course. Like I had like two choices of courses that they offered me. Then I said no. But when God will have it, I never expected I would even be in a private university.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's really nice. I'm so happy for you. So that means that before coming here, before coming to Jabu, you've been in another school. What were you studying in the other school? Physiology. And how was the course for you?
You know, the way you handle what you are not interested in. I
totally understand.
Even though at first someone told my dad, oh, let this girl come to Jabu, and I'm like, no, I cannot send her to a private university. That was immediately I finished my secondary school. But now coming down here again, then I know that okay, this is actually God's plan, and everything has been aligning. Like I don't find it it's stressful.
Actually,
like in human like term, it's stressful. But there are some things I find myself in and be like, ordinarily I wouldn't have done this, and just like is everything just aligned. God is working.
See, you guys, let me tell you something. When I invited Christianah for this show, I actually thought she would not come because Christianah was all about, oh, I'm the course rep of my department. My lecturer needs my attention. I have this thing to do, this thing to do. So she's like literally a very busy person. Now that brings us to being the course rep. Were you chosen to be the class rep, of your department, or you volunteered yourself?
I was chosen.
You were chosen. Why were you chosen to? because of the.
Yeah, I was chosen alongside my partner.
Also, there is male and female.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. Well, so speaking about your nursing journey, before we go into our topic for today, which is about friendship and setting boundaries. So, speaking about your nursing journey, were there times where you wanted to give up because you said that before coming to Jabu, you were in another school studying physiology, and then you had to leave because you were not interested. Were there times during that waiting season where you felt like, you know what, this nursing thing is not for me. Let me just do something else.
Yeah, probably changing my admission, my course.
Yes, your course, or
It never
just feeling
happened.
like, oh, I
It's
don't
just
think
that
this.
it did not happen that I want to change my choice, but
Mm,
at a particular point in time, I wanted to be like, let me just go with this physiology. Okay,
yeah,
maybe with time, I will, maybe after my first degree, I can go for a second degree.
mm,
Or there were times that, okay, I want to settle for, oh, let me just go to
settle
School of
for
Nursing. And, but I wanted to give up, but no, the spirit in me, no.
that.
I don't like giving
Don't
up.
settle for
No,
less, follow your
I don't like
dreams.
giving up, and I don't like
Yeah,
settling for less.
yes.
Yes,
So,
just be
to the
dying.
last question, which I would ask you about yourself. You mentioned earlier, or while introducing you earlier, there was something about influencing,
Yes.
content creating. So, do you have like a niche for that, or you're just like a
Mm,
very random?
not random. Before was random, but now I'm still trying not to be random.
Mm,
So like that'll be around late last year.
okay,
The Holy Spirit actually like spoke to me and
nice.
about the whole thing, and my pastor actually also like
Spoke to
called
you
me
about
and
wow.
asked me, "Ah, all these I see your videos on TikTok and these things that you are doing, like better things are better things." So then I spoke to God and God told me like I should just speak. Normally I don't like talking to camera. So then I developed the habit. Then I introduced my like this thing, my let's say brand, like becoming Christianah. That season, yeah,
Okay, yeah,
like
I think I've
becoming
seen it.
my own self. So like then I come, I talk about some things. I speak to my future self. I talk about my younger self and all of this. And then fortunately January came. Then I saw this challenge of talking to the camera challenge, and I thought
Mm,
this is very like this is a nice start. So I started and I joined the challenge and continue like that. So
okay.
sometimes I do vlog, like it's about my lifestyle, reflection of
And your
some
nursing
things,
journey
yeah, and
too,
my
because I
nursing
think I've
journey, yeah,
seen
yeah.
like your
My
nursing journey.
nursing journey, lifestyle, then reflection on
So, what do
relatable
you hope
stuff.
to achieve with that?
To be able to speak to like a large
And
people,
apart
like
from being
and
able
also
to,
like to influence for brand because my
that's like UGC.
yes, yeah, you get
Oh,
like because my
nice.
last birthday now, like I go like
Brand deals.
not brandy, like the person that made me and so the dress actually like asked me to influence for her
Oh, wow,
because
that's
she
really
noticed that like
nice.
on her page she got a lot of leads, like a lot of reactions on my own post, and few people actually like ask for her contact through me to patronize
So
her.
that
So
dress you wore is hers. You didn't actually
yes,
pay for
yeah,
it.
yeah,
The
like
dress is
no,
really
no, I
nice.
paid for
You
it.
paid for it, but you
So
just
like,
helped out to like advertise it.
I patronized her.
Okay.
I did not know her from
Anyway,
anywhere, so I patronized her.
so
Someone actually told me about her, then I patronized her. Then when I said, I see this is very nice and compliment I got. Some other people were like, oh, give me a contact. I want to reach out to her. Then
mm,
from there, she asked me that, oh, am I like a popular person? I said, not really, but
you're just coming
so
up.
I help her. Like then she was doing so I had to like start
That's
to
really, really nice.
influence
I'm
her.
really happy about your journey. And I love the fact that you said something about you were very shy, you were not able to speak
Yeah,
to the
yeah, yeah.
camera,
Just
but
now
like
I'm becoming
yeah, I
comfortable.
mean I'm like that too. I don't like speaking to the I love speaking to the camera. Let me not get myself wrong. I actually love speaking to the camera, but I'm really, really shy. And when I started this whole show, Let's Just Return That, it felt like I had to come out from Ikubiku. Like it was like I don't want to do
I'll be
this.
like that.
I even when I started, I said, oh, maybe this thing is not for me because I think at some point I stopped because I'm like I just want to be somewhere. I just want the people that know me to know me. Not like I want to be known. Like I want people to hear about me, but at the same time, I'm like, do I have to be there? Like, do I necessarily have to speak to the camera? But then, um, thinking about it, praying about it, and meditating and having people around me that are like, no, 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 God actually wants you to do this thing. You may not know the effect of what you're doing now, but in few years to come, you'll actually see the effect, and you'll be so glad, right, that you didn't give up, and you'll be so glad that you didn't even stop the time that you wanted to. So I really, really love the fact, and I feel like this is something that every young person should know. If perhaps you are Of course, not everybody would be the kind of person that would be everywhere, right?
everywhere.
Some people are actually for, how will I put it? Not like necessarily enclosed, but it's not everybody that will be the content
They
creator.
have like specific groups
Yes, they
that
have their
they
own
target
specific,
group. Yeah.
yes. So if you're not like that, that does not necessarily mean that you should stay in your comfort zone. Come out of your comfort zone. She mentioned something about being shy. I also am shy, even though most people do not believe that. But it's coming out of your comfort zone. That is how she's able to face the camera. That's how she's able to do so many things. And hopefully she gets brand deal soon. So now, amen, amen. So about our discussion and conversation for today, which is about friendship
Friendship.
and setting boundaries. You know, friendship is a very, very beautiful thing. I mean, there are a lot of things that I have gained from friendship and I have given as a result of friendship. Friendship is something that everybody values. I mean, don't let me speak for everybody, but like at least most people should value. I mean, do you value friendship?
Yes,
I actually value friendship, but I feel like sometimes it can be really, really annoying. Like sometimes you just feel like, oh, I'm not doing this friendship thing anymore because you get frustrated. Sometimes it can be really complicated, and sometimes you even find it hard to say no to your friend. You always want to say yes, but then I feel like that's where boundaries, yes, that's where boundaries comes in. Letting people know that, okay, you are my friend, I love you, I can do anything. I may not necessarily be able to do everything for you, but there are limits to things. You get, it's like, let's say we are friends now and you come to my house and you're like scratching my wardrobe. "Ah, what is there?" I will be very angry because I'm like, you don't just come to be, yes, you're my friend, I like you being in my space, but there are certain things you should not do, and I can actually say no to you. Saying no to you does not necessarily mean that I hate you. Saying no to you does not necessarily mean that I'm keeping secrets from you. Or, I feel like people think of boundaries like a wall, like this wall. Then me, I'm here, and then they are there, which is not like that actually. Boundaries is just literally things that you put in place to ensure that your friendship runs smoothly. I honestly feel like people who set boundaries in their friendship from the very beginning have better relationships than those who do not even set boundaries or put things in place. Because when things start happening, your friend is like, and how am I supposed to know that you do things like this? You not tell me now. And me, I'm like, why are you not supposed to know? We've been friends for like months, years. But other people that have set boundaries, they're like, Shomula,
Like
yes, Shomula would not accept this. Christiana would not accept this. So, what do you feel about setting boundaries and then friendship as a whole?
first, so friendship to me is not all about it's about love, and it's not like being in relationship someone that you can like share. Is protecting your own love. Protecting boundaries is very, very important. One, because you will not feel used. Sometimes you feel used, they will just come and meet you when they need you.
So I love the fact that you said that setting boundaries is choosing to respect the other person's space, and it's not as if the person is trying to hate on you or the person is trying to do things that. But setting boundaries is more like
I don't
choosing.
like this.
Yes, I don't like this. Speaking out
Of love
there's out of it's out of love and honesty and respect. So has there been any situation whereby you had to set boundaries with somebody? Like maybe you're like, you know what, let me just set boundaries with this person. And how did it go? Did it go south or it was just cool?
I can't particularly remember a
Yeah.
particular one, but I'll just explain in short that okay, there's sometimes okay, we set boundaries with someone. Oh, like I have few friends around me. Yo, I don't like what you did the other day, and maybe from their own point of view, like why is Christiana acting Karamona? What's all these things? So and I'll be like, oh, I just thought to like to tell you. So if it goes other way around, if peradventure they not act awkward, so yeah, for me, I feel like oh maybe they enjoy when I don't have that boundary. So in my own case, I'll just like okay, let me just distance myself.
So
But if it's a true friendship, setting that boundary is just going to like aid the understanding because understanding is one of the major things in friendship. So it's going to aid the understanding and they will know that okay, this person did not like this. So next time they will not do it. So basically boundaries is a key thing, it's very, very important.
yeah, I really agree with you because I feel like there are certain situations I found myself in friendship whereby I did not set boundaries in time. I did not say that, oh, I don't like this thing. Oh, this is what I prefer. And when the person tries to do something wrong, when the person does something wrong, I do not speak up. I just let it go. I understand that it's not every time that you actually complain, but my own was not even about complaining. I did not just say it.
But sometimes you just have to speak up.
Yes, you get.
Because there's no way a party me like this before. Sometimes I just say like, okay, I'll just like
Refrain yourself.
ignore like,
Yeah.
oh, it happens. Okay, this is this person. I just, okay, it's coming from Shola.
Mm.
Like you get, I'll be like, "Oh, let me not talk about it."
Mm.
But the more you keep it within yourself, the
More
more you
like
like it,
roles.
and you
And
just
when you want to, you just flare up.
you act
Yeah.
towards them in that way, even though they might not know. Okay, you're using something like to act
Mm.
towards them, but within you, you just like it's not just neutral again. It's not like
Yeah.
the way it used to be. So in that case, I built the habit of talking about it immediately. I might not be able to talk about it like where it happened. Like something happened in my room few days ago, and at that point, I could not talk to her.
Mm.
But when she came into the room, what happened? I did not like it. Sometimes they be like, I know I've actually done something wrong. Then they come
Yeah.
around. That's because they already know you. Sometimes they might not be very, very conscious of it. Sometimes you do something that like subconscious mind.
Yes.
So they come around and say, ah, I knew what I did the other time
What's
was very, very
wrong?
wrong. I'm very, very sorry. It's all good. From my
Fine.
own point of view, I feel like, oh, this person actually respected me. So for her to come back
And
and say I'm
apologize.
sorry, so
Yes.
that's
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 fine.
that's fine. But there are cases I've had like friends that, oh, set boundaries. Okay, I know that you do not like talking about your personal life, but me sometimes I feel like as my friend though, I should be able to tell you something. But when I notice that the energy is not the
It's
same
not the
thing,
same. I would leave you. I would not force
and
it out
sometimes
of
we
you.
nearly like we always are like fight. So I just respected them, and we are still good. It's not like
Yes.
as before.
And I feel like fight happens a lot, so many times in friends. I know that friends fight, I understand.
Normal.
I feel like when it becomes too toxic and friends are like fighting a lot, I feel like it's because boundaries are not set in place.
Or maybe
Because
they don't understand
because
each
why would they
other.
be fighting over who took pure water? Or,
Mm.
or who took my water in my bucket?
Okay.
Because we are fighting because I did not let you know in the first place that I don't like people taking my pure water, or I don't like people taking my bucket of water, because it took,
Maybe sharing some things
yes,
with you.
because it took a lot for me to fetch that water, and
Yeah,
you
I
just came and
understand.
used it. But if I'm on the other hand, I'm the kind of person, I'm not saying I'm like that, I'm just setting them. But if on the other hand, I'm the type of person that does not even mind, if like use my water to this, I'll go and fetch another one. Or you take my pure water and I don't complain, you definitely understand
Understand, okay,
that okay, she's not like that. But for me to flare up, that means that I
she do
don't
not
like it.
like it.
So it is very important for me to say it in time. Like firstly, like when we start, it may not be immediately we are friends. Like let me as we get to know each other. These are the things I do not like. These are the things I like. I like it when people speak up. I hate it when people do not speak up.
Because,
Do you get?
yeah.
I hate it when people just come to my room and just take anything. I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I like it. I like it when you're free with me. Or do anything. Do you
Yeah.
get? So I feel like that is one of the issues I've had before I
That's
started getting to know about boundaries and setting boundaries. I used to feel sometimes that boundaries is like, and this person will not be close to me like before. But then it's a lie. It
they
does.
become like they become like more mutual, and
Yes.
they get to like know you. They become part of you, because they
Yes.
know that, okay, I know this girl so well. She will never do such a thing.
Actually,
Oh,
and I feel
let me
like
talk
that
to
is
her.
one
I know
of
the
the
best way to talk to
problems that we
her.
have in our society today. I feel like the major issue that we have in our society today is because it's not set boundaries. Because I have access to, let's say I have access to the president, doesn't necessarily mean that I can
You
just
can
go
just
to
enter
to
so much
Aso Rock
anytime.
and I am here to say Tinubu is my uncle or something. I have to use wisdom for it, or maybe I just go to his house. I shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
I should set boundaries. So another question I want to ask you is that why do people find it hard to set boundaries? Because so many people are scared of setting boundaries. If I set boundaries now, we are going to have issues. If I set boundaries now, what will this person think? If I say no, and will this person leave me alone? So why do you think young people especially have issues setting boundaries?
Mm, I feel young people they have issues setting boundaries because they feel they will hurt their fellow
Mm,
friends. But it's not about hurting. I don't
okay.
know. It's not about hurting. And we just need to develop that habit. I feel like before, what we see friendship as just, oh, my friend, no, I love you, buy something for me. But friendship goes like
Beyond
beyond
that,
that. Like it's
yeah.
something that is very, very strong. Me, I define my friendship. That sometimes I call
Mm,
someone my they are friends and they are friends too.
mm-hmm.
So like not something, it's not just a term, it's something that is very, very deep. So we just have to come to the understanding that, oh, this person is my friend, a friend like a sister, someone you can share almost everything to. So there's some boundaries I set to my brothers at home, like siblings, normally, that okay, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. So I feel like it's because they have not come to the understanding that okay, this person is truly my friend, because friendship is not just a like, it's not just
Not
a
just a
thing.
word
It's
or
not just a
thing.
thing. Like, you just have to understand that this person is my friend. You have to like talk things up. You share mind, you rub minds together. So during the time you talk, okay, me sharing my past experience with you, oh, this person did this person did that one time, like that, and this was how I reacted. From there, you know that okay, it's like Christiana did not like this thing, or some reaction. I don't like the way you used to keep moves. There's sometimes I don't like it when my friends are too quiet. I'm like, why just quiet? Like, talk to
Yes, talk to
me.
me.
Let's spice things up.
Oh Jesus.
Like, I feel like young people find it difficult because they've not come to like understand it, or maybe at the same time, some people feel like, oh, what if they do this to me? Will I like it? And it's like, let me not tell her, because you yourself. So it's because you yourself you don't even understand setting
Setting
boundaries.
boundaries, yeah.
That's why you'll be scared to even set boundaries. Because if I don't care about whatever it is, I'll be able to tell you, I don't like it. You can tell me yours too. This thing, I don't like. But because you yourself, you are trying to like restrict
Restrain,
yourself.
yeah.
Oh no, let me not tell her. If she say I won't, maybe I will not like it. I don't want to lose friendship. It's better you like address things at the
Early.
early stage before you now like becomes more like something late,
Really huge that you
and
can't
then
handle
now you
anymore.
won't be able to
I
handle
totally love what you said, where you were like, it's because you do not understand what setting boundaries
it.
means.
Exactly. You
That
need
is
to
why you are not
understand
even
it.
setting boundaries.
Yes.
You have to understand what setting boundaries is. Yesterday, I actually called my mom and was like, this thing about setting boundaries, let me ask you, what do you feel about it? And you know, when she was speaking, she spoke with so much wisdom because she said, like I said earlier, setting boundaries is not me keeping secrets from you. Setting boundaries is not, oh, I hate you, we can't be close. She was like, people think setting boundaries is like building a wall, building a fence. It's not it. It's choosing to respect you. And I feel like major reasons why people do not set boundaries, young people, in quotes, is because they are like, what would this like what would
What
the
would she
person
say?
say?
Is you
For
caring about
example,
what the other
if I
party will
have
say?
male friends like my homeboys, because they are my friends does not my close male friends does not mean they should be touching me anyhow.
Yes.
Other girls like it. I mean, they can just beat them, not like beat them, like touch them in areas that you
No,
understand
okay,
what
I
I'm
understand
saying.
you.
So some girls prefer it that way, but me, I don't like it. I don't
And
like
they
it.
will understand you
Yes,
for
and
that.
there are some friends that their homeboy will call them goats. I mean,
I
I
get
do
your
not
point.
like
Like,
it.
there are some people
I'm
that
not like that.
they use insults in disguise, like as
Yes,
jokes. They use insult disguise
but
of jokes, and some people don't like it. Like,
I
oh,
don't
all
fight. I don't
them,
like it.
those
Yes, like you're,
languages.
but I don't. I don't like it. You can still use other words like, oh, my guy, my
My
dog, my
G,
G, But again, you can do it in so many. Is that is setting boundaries? And I feel like social media has even defined what friendship is for us. Like you see so many things on social media, like, oh, well, how I wish our friendship can be like this. You go as far as showing your friend that see you, and your friend may not necessarily like it. Your friend may be like, oh, are you trying to compare me with this person? Do you know where I'm coming from? So concerning friendship, since we've talked about boundaries, I feel like we've talked about boundaries enough. So like concerning friendship, do you feel like social media has already set the tone for how friendship should be? Because it feels like most people compare the relationship they have with their friends with other people that they see on social media, and they're like, oh, did you see this friend? Look at how they are. But in the real sense, you don't know that actually that those people also have like issues that they are facing on their own, but they do not necessarily say it out. So do you feel like social media has set the tone for friendship, or like social media has helped, or social media has even caused more issues?
I would say social media do not like necessarily define the tone of friendship, but it should, to me, it should serve as like a guide. And oh, did you see what these people are doing? Oh, I think we should cultivate these habits. So
Okay.
something just to strengthen like the friendship, not to like direct you. It should not be okay. What we should do? What do you think about this? Oh, I think this is actually good. Then you can go on with it.
With it.
Yeah. So like I would say it's setting the tone, but rather it should like serve as guide.
So rather than comparing, you can just
Like
cultivate the habits, because
cultivating the
people are
habit,
actually
because
different.
we have things we are dealing with. Like
Yeah.
everybody have their own personal thing they deal with, so they don't bring it onto the social media. They show the sweet part of it, the good part of it. So you trying to copy, you don't know maybe what they are dealing with is what is like, oh, pushing them to come and do some of those things online. So copying is not good, but you cultivate the habit. Oh, what do you think about this particular habit? Gifting, oh, going out, you know,
Yeah.
and all
And
those
also, I
things.
want to add that showing love in friendship does not only mean spending on me. I feel like
Yes, yeah.
people have different love languages. My love language may not necessarily be, not like I want to gift you, but like my love language may not majorly be take this gift or
It's
me
just
buying things
sometimes
for you.
be
Sometimes
around
it's
you, like
being helpful.
yeah,
It's just sometimes it's me asking, "Are you fine? Okay, let's take a walk." Sometimes it's
are you
me
good?
saying
Like
that there's no water in your bucket, and I get what and I fetch
get
water
water
for
for
you.
you.
Sometimes it's me saying that, "Oh, this guy does not have pure water. Let me get her pure water."
I
Or
get
just
you.
noticing things you get. So
Yes.
it may be me helping. So it
It
doesn't
doesn't
necessarily.
have to be like gifting. It
Yes,
doesn't have to be monetary. It's just like sometimes just be oh advice. Oh,
yes.
I think we should talk about this topic. There's this topic that's been going
That
on in
has
my
been going
mind.
on in
Let's
my
just talk
mind.
about it.
Yes. Or there's
Or
this, it is just being there for the
yeah,
person. I mean,
yes.
it's very, very
That's
important
what I
to be
said earlier. I
agreeing
said
on.
it's about supporting, not
Yes, not
competing.
competing. That's very
Yes.
apt. So thank you so much for your answers to the questions. So somebody asked the question for this show. So the
Okay.
person said they have this friend and they were very close to this friend of theirs. Like they were very
Mm,
close, they do things together. The bond was just so strong.
very good.
And then this friend has a boyfriend now.
Okay.
And it seems like they are distant. They are not close like before.
Okay.
This friend of ours does not talk to her like she used to. And
Okay.
certain things that this friend of hers will come to meet her for opinions, she doesn't do so anymore. She meets her boyfriend
Instead.
instead.
Mm.
And she does not even care about her own opinions. She only cares about her boyfriend's opinions.
Mm.
So how are we going to help this person? What should we do to this? I feel like the person is asking that maybe probably what
What
can
should
she
she
yeah,
do?
what can she do?
So I'll say first, she should respect her friend.
Yes.
The fact that okay, the friend is not in a relationship, respecting that's one of the boundaries too. You don't have to be involved in
In
everything.
everything
Friendship is different from like their own the relationship
relationship they are
between she and
having.
the boyfriend. So she should firstly respect the girl that okay now she's in a relationship. There are some things that change. Sometimes if you get yourself like some people that they marry now, the way they do with their friend, not like they will stop it. It's just
Yeah.
going to be limited
Mm-hmm.
because oh marriage to get. So I'll say she should respect the girl,
The girls.
but if she feel like oh this is not how we used to be now. It's way too much. It's like it's way too much.
Yeah.
You can just walk up to her,
And have a
talk to her.
conversation about it.
Oh, Ola, I know you have a boyfriend, but what do you think? Like our friendship is not
It's
like
not like before,
before.
yeah.
Is it that you want to focus on your boyfriend, or maybe she's not? Maybe she might not even be conscious that she's actually like
Yes. You
withdrawing.
get she might
So
not
you just
be.
like try to call her to that. Oh, I think we are not like very very cool as before.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to let you know. What do you think? And if peradventure she now like come to realize, then things might go well. That's why I said it earlier too. Setting boundaries is not for aggression. It's not from aggression. It's about honesty. You come, you
Mm-hmm.
say your mind, and speaking up at the right time, not building resentment. Do you get? So when you talk it out with her, peradventure she probably tell you, ah, no, I just feel like I want to focus on my relationship.
Mm.
Then you give her space. And if she promise that she will change, you watch her
You watch
change
her change.
gradually, then things will
And
get
also,
better.
you cannot allow a relationship that she has spoil you people's relationship.
Exactly too.
It
So
does not
you
make any
understand that okay,
sense.
you guys are friends, you've been friends for long,
Mm-hmm.
and
So you
sometimes some things happen. So
just
just
have to respect and
understand
understand
her,
that.
respect her, talk to her, and
I feel like that talking to her is very important because I don't know
she
if
might not know.
yes, because I don't know if this friend has asked her friend or has had a conversation with her friend about it. If eventually you've not had a conversation about it, have a conversation about it with the person. Ask the person, tell the person how you feel because, like Christiana said, she may not even be aware
Yes, she might not be
that
aware
oh
that
they are distant. She may just
she's
feel like
going
things are
away.
cool because I feel like when people are in relationship, they tend to act all mushy
Mm.
mushy and this, this kind of thing. So she may not be aware. So have a conversation about it. And I'll say it again. Don't allow the relationship that your friend has with her boyfriend come
To
and
not
ruin your
spoil, yeah,
own
yeah.
absence. Because I'm not saying that they'll
Understand.
break up, oh, but if they break up now, you should come back to
She'll come
her.
back to her.
You
Yeah.
get so that's just what I feel about the whole situation. Thank you so much, Christiana, for coming to Legends on that. And
Thank
thank
you
you for
so
being my just
much.
partner for today. I really, really appreciate you. I had a
Me
nice
too.
conversation with
Thank you so
you,
much.
and I'm glad to have you here once again. So, the last thing, what do you have to say to people concerning friendship, concerning setting boundaries? Is there something that you just love to share? And
So lastly, I'll say friendship is a good thing, and friendship is not by force, it's by choice. So you chose it, like you don't force things, you go with the flow, like what and you also you define your, like you define your friendship. When you define it, you be able to understand, so and you won't have like you won't have problem with your friends, because sometimes there's some friendship that okay, they're just seasonal, they're just for the meantime. So when you understand, when you define your friendship, be able to know, okay, okay, this is the time this person will be around, and this time you'll not be around. So at the end of the day, you'll not be feeling used, you'll not be feeling like, oh, this person, because he needed this thing, that was why he came around. You know that okay, this is the season.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Also comment in the comment section below your thoughts about what we said today, our conversation, and just on friendship and setting boundaries. Once again, we'd love to say a very big thank you to our just partner for today, Christiana, for accepting our invitation to come. And if you have something that you would like us to talk about, do well to let us know. You can text us on Instagram, you can text on, you can also text on YouTube, maybe in the comment section. Let us know what you'd love to talk about. I'll say people should bring deals for Christiana. She's a UGC creator. Bring deals for her so that she can make money and share it with me. Thank you. Till next time, unless you're still there. Bye.